lot of you don't know this about me, but I used to longboard a lot when I was at UCSD, because that's how I would get to classes. But now, since I live so close to school, I don't have to do that. But I'm gonna show you what $50,000 buys you. I used to study all the time before they changed it into like a PA portion of the school or farm portion of the school. My little ID badge to get into school. Look how much of a chubster I was. I used to sit right there. So cool. We have like little microphones that we talk into. See? Lab. This is my old stomping ground. We have skeletons. This is where I used to teach OPP recitation. This is outside where you saw me skateboarding. Hi everyone, welcome back. So it was just Memorial Day weekend and I had a 3-day weekend, which is unheard of in med school. But I was feeling like really blah the whole time, and I realized by the end of the weekend that what I was feeling was actually burnout. Being a medical student is very stressful. Actually, being any type of student or life in general is pretty stressful. Me personally, I'm stressed about school, taking exams all the time, trying to impress my preceptors when I don't know any of the answers, having a terrible coordinator, scheduling my own rotations, planning a wedding, dealing with family issues, having a bachelorette party come up with 11 girls, trying to like get them all together is very stressful. And so I just wanted to come here to share with you guys what I do to de-stress, or basically stay sane, and hope that this can help you avoid burnout. Medical school edition. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So let's go. So I'm sure you guys all heard of the freshman 15. Well, in med school, we call it the med school 30. And I find that I work out more while I have a big exam coming up. Like for the MCAT, I did Insanity 6 days a week. For step 1, I worked out 6 to 7 days a week. Step 2 wasn't as stressful, so I only worked out 4 to 5 days a week. But I find that working out with all those endorphins and everything, like, it makes me feel a lot better. So be active, be fit, be strong. So yeah, let's do some working out. Another reason why students feel so burnt out in med school is because they study way too much. There's this thing called sleep hygiene, and I feel like you should treat studying this the same way. Study hygiene. So when you come to your study space, that's all you should be doing, studying. Not on Facebook, not on Instagram, not on YouTube, not on Pinterest. When you sit down at your spot, that's your spot just to study. And crank that shit out. If you feel tired, if you feel fatigued, and you feel like you can't study anymore, that's fine. Get up and go somewhere else for like 5-10 minutes or whatever you need, and then come back. And when you come back, force yourself to study. That way you get more shit done in a short amount of time, and then you can go out and do whatever you want. All those days spending all day in the library is over. Don't ever do that. Don't pull all-nighters. Well, sometimes you'll have to pull all-nighters, but don't sit in the library for 12 hours thinking that you did a lot when half of the time you're either sleeping or on Facebook or whatever. Don't do it. So practice good study hygiene, and that will definitely help out with burnout. Another good tip is to stay organized. In med school or in life, you're gonna have to start planning a year in advance. I'm a third year now, but I'm planning my fourth year rotations already and planning to apply for residencies. Always plan ahead, because that shit will bite you in the ass. And what I do to help with my organization skills is a planner. This is just like a regular graph paper little notebook, and what I do is dot journal. What it is every month, like this was April, and you have all the days of the month over here, and then every day you just write down little things or everything that you plan on doing, and each day checking it off. So when I was studying for boards, like you can see each video I had to do, and when I did it, I checked it off. This helps me stay organized, and it also helps me conquer bigger projects, because I feel like when anything big or daunting comes along, it scares me and I feel overwhelmed, and sometimes when that happens, I just shut down and I tend to put it off or procrastinate when I know I shouldn't. Something like this will help you break the bigger project down to little smaller projects until you can finish it. And if I don't write something down, I know for a fact I'll put it off. If you're interested in dot journaling, I'll put a link in the description box below, and it'll show you a detailed overview of how to dot journal. Friends in med school is also a good idea, but you gotta find the right ones. You can't have the ones that are stressed out all the time, because then you'll just stress out like them. You gotta find the ones who's willing to make bad choices with you. These are the friends I made in med school, and also my bridesmaids. And this is our motto: when there's a will, there's an A-team. I also keep in contact with all my other friends who are not in med school, like the ones I met in college, one friend from high school, and I talk to them almost every day. And so it's nice to talk about something outside of med school. So at night, most med students suffer from insomnia, and that's because our brains won't shut off. It just keeps going and going about all the things that happen during the day, all the things that we have to do, all the things that we did wrong, and it's hard to shut those things off. One way that I like to just shut off my mind from all of med school and just give it a break is watch some movies, watch some YouTube videos. I've been watching Game of Thrones. I just finished a season of How to Get Away with Murder. If you don't like watching movies, there's some books that I really enjoy, and it takes your mind off of school. This is a really good one, Way of Kings. I read it summer of first year, and then I loved it so much that I got this one, and it's the second book by the same guy, called Words of Radiance. Let me know if you guys read this before. Give it a thumbs up if you have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found some of it useful that you can apply to your own life and your own stresses. I know a lot of you are studying for your step right now, so good luck, have a great summer. You're almost there, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.